Well guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Portugal, and we're on the move. Albeit only about 45 minutes up the road from Tavira.
And by the time we'd driven here and did the shopping, I was so exhausted I had to sleep again.
Yes.
So turns out I'm not quite recovered.
So we have planned just a very relaxing couple of days driving north through Portugal. Perhaps some parts of Portugal that you may not have seen before. And right now we are in Alcoutim.
Alcoutim, yeah.
Alcoutim, which is literally across the road, across the river from Spain. And this is
Sanlúcar de Guadiana.
Sanlúcar de Guadiana. And on the way up here, our the little guy who was managing the camper stop at Tavira, Momo, he recommends we stop off at Odelet, the Mirador de Odelet, which is really nice actually.
Beautiful viewpoint. I think you could probably stay there overnight. It was lovely.
If it had been a bit later in the day, we probably would have stayed there. But we've brought ourselves up to Alcoutim. Yes, there's a blooming castle. You can, I think it's this little ferry boat down here to get across to Spain. Whether we do that or not, I'm not sure. But it's just a tiny little village. Look, we've lost her already.
Sorry, I'm so shattered.
Just a tiny little village.
Shattered.
We might have to go and get someone a coffee.
Yeah.
And then we'll go wander the little tiny streets, which I think will take all of about 18 seconds because it is very small.
To be honest, I think that's plenty for today. You do not realise with this illness here, you start to feel better, and as soon as you start to do anything, you're just exhausted again. So I reckon it'll be the rest of the week before I'm up for anything too substantial. Always up for a coffee though.
So no curries in? No curries or eggs in the very near future.
When I'm ever going to eat eggs again.
We're also standing in a game, and apparently you can get the dice, the rules, and the little pieces that you move or something from the shop somewhere. But yeah, let's go grab ourselves a coffee and make a bit of a plan, which I don't think is going to involve too much right now. Well guys, welcome back to the channel. Hang on, didn't I already say that? But no, wait. We're now in Spain. Portugal lasted long, eh?
Tell you what though, that's quite expensive. That's €5 return for the two of us. Took about a minute to get over here. I think that's quite pricey.
Yeah, but it's cross-country. Cross countries, in fact.
International travel.
Exactly. Now, we may have just made the complete biggest boo-boo because we were just about to go for a coffee. And we may have just run into Spanish
siesta time.
So,
Hey. And we can't go back until at least 3:30 because it's almoço, which is Portuguese lunchtime. Indeed. Which is not 3 o'clock's late for them. They must be running on Spanish time too.
And I'll tell you how tired this one is. There's another big castle on this side, and even before we found out it was closed, she was like, I'm not going up there.
And even on the way to this little town, Nigel was like, do you want to go and see some Roman baths? I was like, no. That shows you I'm not well.
I'm so disappointed. Anyway.
There must be a coffee somewhere.
Welcome to Spain. Oh, we can talk Spanish. Yes. Oh, and I've forgotten every word of Spanish I've ever learned. Well, guys, I think we've outdone ourselves here in terms of finding the most deserted village in Spain. We passed one little bar and we thought, I'm going to walk into the village. I'm sure there'll be somewhere in there we can grab a coffee. There's literally nothing. And all the houses and shops and everything are shut up. Another schoolboy error coming over to the Spanish side.
What do you call that?
It's Café con Leche now rather than Café Galao.
Café Galaos are the best coffees.
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah. And this is a Café con Leche Grande as well. Roasting, mind you. Oh. And we're back in Portugal.
Literally an hour.
Time for a Café Galao, yeah?
Yeah.
Quite pointless, really.
Don't bother.
Yeah, no. In April there's a festival that's on and they put a walkway in and it's €4, but you can cross as many times as you want over 3 days.
And you get a free scarf.
You get a free scarf with it, yeah. But yeah, that probably wasn't our wisest decision. Anyway, back in Portugal. So I spotted on the map that there was a beach and I was thinking, eh? And on the Spanish side there was a beach right beside that river which looked a little bit murky. I'm not quite sure I'd want to swim in it. But on this side it looks like there's a little estuary, a little side beach or a side bit of the river, and it looks like actually looks reasonably busy. well, that was all rather nice. Really had a feeling of like an Indonesian sort of Thailand place where they're bathing in the river. But really, really nice. Just chilled out, lovely chilled out music. And now we appear to be looking for a castle for someone. Yeah, she's definitely on the mend when she's looking for castles and eating ice cream.
I almost decided not to go to the castle, but the ice cream is like, give me a bit of energy, so I'm going to go and at least check it out.
As you do. It actually looks like there is a place with a couple of maybe long-term camper van people down by the river there. Oh,
no.
Hola, gato.
Don't get me to scare you. Oh.
Really skinny.
There's a lot of stray cats
There is actually a lot of stray cats here.
Yeah, a lot.
Right. Back up the hill. This one here is going to go to the castle. If you're lucky, she might record some footage.
I don't know about that.
I'm just going to chill out. Nice little walk around the village. So I'm just sitting here enjoying a cold beer. Nicola's gone to the castle, as hopefully you'll have seen. And then we'll wander back to the van and do some tea. But I doubt whether we'll come back down to the festival tonight because, yeah, 10 o'clock we'll be in the land of Nod. You can tell it's quite a quiet village as well because I didn't get any footage, but a boy just went past us on a horse. Then again, in Portugal, we did see a horse go into a pub once. True story. Well guys, good morning again, and we have driven and we kind of had two sort of in two minds whether to stay at Alcoutim, mainly because Nicola found out that the showers, the free showers right next to our air,
best ones in the whole trip.
Yeah.
Whole trip. The guy sits outside because there's no lock or anything on the door, and he like obviously monitors who's in and stuff. So strong, so powerful, lovely and clean. Yeah, I could have stayed there literally the rest of the trip and just had showers.
Yeah, Alcoutim, if you're here, free air, free electric, free water. But we have driven 45 minutes on north and we are now in Mértola. Mainly so someone can go and visit, you probably can't see it from here, a castle, another castle. I might even go into this one. But it looks like a bustling little town.
It's lovely.
So we'll show you around the town later. But for now, it's Castillo time.
Castle!
Pretty stunning views from up here, folks. Apologies for straight into the sunlight, but that's not too bad, is it?
It's beautiful.
And there she goes, walking the walls, getting in my frame. Well, that was almost a dance. No dancing on this channel, girl.
Yeah, I'm likely to fall
I was going to say, I was taught you a lesson, dancing and falling off the castle walls. I like this because there's zero health and safety. Reminds me a bit of like Obidos. A village we need to go back to at some point because they had some fantastic eateries. And it was quite a nice village in its own right as well. But and I'm going to assume, given the fact there's quite a few little tents and marquees around, there probably was an event here at the weekend. But you always seem to miss the medieval events.
Hang on. Maybe it's a schoolboy error.
Keep going.
I know, but then we'll have to go. I guess we can come back in a minute.
Because you need to walk every inch of the wall, yeah?
Yes.
And again, the views are just spectacular. Really, really beautiful.
Show them the excavation.
Did I show them the excavation? Guys, here's the excavation.
15 Islamic dwellings. They were very, very civilised actually, and they had to keep... No, in that, they had to keep their own toilet spotlessly clean in case anybody passing needed to use it.
We do that in our van.
But I mean, that's fantastic. Can you imagine if we all had to do that? I mean, that was like the law.
You should bring that
I know
law
some
back.
people that needed it.
Yeah, some people. In fact, the little bar we were in yesterday in Alcoutim,
Yes.
he was basically saying, yeah, he doesn't like to let men use the loo because they like to basically just hose the place down.
Yeah.
But yeah, beautiful village.
This is really good. The one yesterday, which I've got a couple of bits of video I'm going to give to Nigel.
You've already seen the bits of video.
Have I? Did you take it off my phone?
No.
Oh.
But this is the magic of having a video camera.
See, I don't know how anything works. That was €3 to get in, and this is far, far better, I think, just because of the views.
Exactly.
And the
clean-
replicas and the little excavations.
And the clean toilets.
And the clean toilets.
Right, Nicola has gone back up to look at the excavations. I've wandered back down into another one part of the village, and then we shall meet up probably over a Cafe Galao. Lots of holiday homes and holiday rentals in and around here, but it's pretty stunning. I mean, not a bad place to come and get away from it all for a couple of weeks. But certainly not somewhere to bring the van. In fact, I did see a sign back there for a 2-meter width warning, so. Ooh. I've been out for a 5k run this morning as well, the first in a long time, and my legs and my knees are starting to suffer. Yeah, if you're coming to Mértola, make sure whenever you cross the bridge, you hang a left, you don't hang a right, because hanging a right, you're into those tiny little streets, and if you don't discover it soon enough, you're going to be a bit screwed. So yeah, come across the bridge towards Mértola, hang a left, 100 meters up, big old car park. Right, let's go try to find Nicola and get a coffee. Actually, this is actually going to be quite nice views of that bridge from down on the lower level as well. Although I have just remembered that I have brought myself quite low down, so it's an uphill walk to go back to Nicola. Oh! But yeah, nice views of the bridge. And then we'll wander on. Maybe we need to find this part of Mértola. That looks pretty cool. Oh yeah, and that's the little side quest street that you don't want to be going up. Oh, the acoustics down here are quite nice. Surrounded by the high canyon walls. Still rambling. Let's go get coffee. Well, good morning, guys. What on earth?
You know I had to. Whee!
Like one of those influencer type people. All you need is a red flowing dress. Does sound like a chicken's being something or other.
I think it needs some WD-40.
To be fair, it sounds like our van. Are you finished playing around?
I guess I should let the child have a go.
Indeed. Yes, guys, good morning again. And a little bit of a confession. So after we left Mértola, we drove on to Montserrat and parked up, and I started to record something, and let's just say I think we were both just a bit frazzled and we had words, and it kind of brought to a head that I've been struggling a lot with the vlogs, whether I even want to carry on doing them or not. Certainly they are not worthwhile from a financial point of view.
And trust me, he spends hours doing these. You wouldn't realise how much time is involved.
But more importantly, all of the time that I'm spending recording the vlogs and doing the vlogs, it's taking me away from my main passion, which is obviously photography. So we ended up having a couple of days where there was no vlogging to be done. We went to Montserrat, which was absolutely stunning. In fact, on Friday there'll be a little sort of photography one from Monsaraz. And then we went on to Evora, which again was really nice, but just no vlogging. And then we decided for a couple of days to hunker down in a little campsite, which we have just left this morning. Really nice actually, little swimming pool, homemade pizzas delivered to your van as well. And this morning we have come back out to Evora Monte, which is famous for its castle, which is what we're walking up to now. So I think for now the vlogs will probably continue. They might not be as regular. I'm going to be quite kind on myself that if I don't want to vlog, then I won't. It's certainly not worth it from a financial point of view. And you know, at the end of the day, we never really expected it to be. It would have been nice to be slightly more than it is. But as I say, the main thing is it's taking me away from my main passion, which is photography. So.
And the last thing these travels we want is to make us unhappy. Yeah. The whole point is to make us happy. Yeah. And if by doing things it's not, then we need to reassess.
So we'll see how we go. But we'll finish off this week's vlog with a little wander around another castle. A bit of a steep climb, but rewarded with some pretty spectacular views. So it looks as though Evora Monte is a little village that's inside the castle walls, and then I guess the main part of the castle is probably what we'll need to pay to go into.
I think the tower is kind of what's called the castle, and then this is all the old city walls and things.
What's quite nice about it is, unlike Carcassonne and places like that, they haven't really turned it into, by the looks of things, into a tourist place. Even in Monsaraz, it looked like it was a real tourist place with lots of very expensive restaurants. Oh, yeah, nice. And it doesn't look like there's going to be too many people kicking around, which we also quite like. I spoke too soon about the whole non-commercialization. I've come up here, and this is now Artisan Street. And that, I'm assuming, is a hotel.
Every now and again they seem to have little painted stones. Look at that tiny one. Must be a feature of the village.
Interestingly, the castle...
Bland. Oh.
Well, I was just going to say it's kind of out of place. But you know, Nicola doesn't mince her words. Bland. Find your own way. I still see when we climbed up in those trees, 12 years old, to feel the wind and watch the river run. And the sun would always shine when we sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. Right guys, so I think that's us done at Evora Monte Castle. We've got about a couple of hours drive further north. Also get some shopping done as well, as we continue to explore a little bit of off the beaten track in central and northern Portugal.
If you're into your castles, central Portugal's the place to be.
Yes. Sorry we didn't have any footage from Monsaraz because it was absolutely stunning. It really, really was. As I say, watch out for a video coming out on Friday. Just a little sort of montage of images from it. But for now, we're going to take ourselves back to the van, go do some shopping and drive on. Right guys, once again, thanks a lot for following along, and until next time, somewhere in central Portugal, take care. Bye-bye. This old town, just leave it all behind. The river's gonna cry when you're gone.